And I actually watch a lot of your videos all the time. And I was telling Sean, I said, take a look at some of Fred's videos. It was yesterday, right? You were looking at his video. I was telling him to take a look at some of your videos because they're very inspiring and thought-provoking.
Is this you too, Ben?
Congratulations.
No, it's family. You wouldn't? All right, shit. He shot my documentary.
So, and I appreciate y'all, man. Like, I don't read too much, you know, but I know, like, the guys that are out there pushing and fighting and trying to get people to see things, you know, the right way. I know that y'all been doing your thing, man. And I know people try to, you know, quiet y'all down and stuff like that. And I couldn't tell you, man, guys like yourself.
The stuff you're doing, it's something you can apply to your life. So.
Fired up and ready to go, right? Man, his last name should be Smith, is the biggest coon, the biggest advocate for white supremacy we have in the black sports community. And Ray Lewis, if you knew me, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. If you knew me in my 20s, I was one of the biggest Ray Lewis fans. He motivated me before I walked to the gym. He motivated me after I walked out the gym. I did the Ray Lewis dance. I did the Deion Sanders dance. All the above. I thought he was innocent. I advocated for innocence down in Atlanta. And to see this man on two knees yesterday was the biggest buffoonery. I was like, Terrell Suggs, punch this nigga in the face. You know what I mean? Like, he is the biggest clown, man. And, you know, I still value what he's done for me in the past. I don't devalue that in that, because as a very impressionable 20-year-old, I would say I needed that. And, but today, as I am a man, as I stand on my 2 feet today, Ray Lewis is a joke. Ray Lewis is a clown. He is Donald Trump's puppet. And I don't know who writes his check now. We only can speculate. But he is not abiding by the black man's code. You know, he is shuck. What's it called? Shuck jiving? what my grand uncle would say? Shuck. Well, you guys know what I'm saying. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. But damn, that picture yesterday was just this. When I say despicable, I mean utterly despicable, man. And it's nothing we can do to defend him. He's a millionaire. He's gone through the ranks of being an impoverished background. I believe a single parent household. I genuinely believe that. He's a father. I believe his son is a great athlete. He goes back to the U and gives speeches. I've seen it on the internet. But he's a multi-millionaire. I believe he's a multi-millionaire if he saved his money. And why that's so important? You've defeated the system. You've beat the system that has attempted to oppress and suppress your efforts. He's beat the system. Now he can stand up as a proud black man and carry others to the finish line. Or not even to the finish line. Carry people to the starting line. You understand what I'm saying? For some black Americans here, we can't even get to the starting line. And he was an inspirational vessel for me as a very impressionable teenager and 20-something-year-old. Very impressionable, man. You know, Ray Lewis could do no wrong in my eyes. You know, but the man he is today is despicable, disgusting, degrading. I want to disown him. He's just downright a coon. And I'm looking forward. I'm not going to be able to watch it live tomorrow, but I'm going to come. I got a smartphone. I don't have to come home now. I can just pick it up on my smartphone and listen to the conversation he will have with Ray Lewis. As he says today, he will give us the results of that tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to that. But it's just disgusting what this white man got. What I thought was the most physically imposing black man we had in sports. You know, that speech that he gave at Steve McNair's funeral about the engine. If you guys haven't seen that, I suggest that you go watch that video. It's an amazing, inspiring eulogy that he gave at Steve McNair's funeral. The speech he gave to the Stanford basketball players. I just posted that on my Instagram a couple days ago. Very, very inspiring, man. So I value those words that he used to propel me. But when you beat the fucking system, and I stand here as a black man that has beat the system, you understand what I'm saying? When I find so much joy, and I want you guys to receive this from a humble perspective. I find so much joy when I'm in a room full of white men. And whenever I cover boxing, I'm always in a room full of white men, right? And they have no idea I'm worth more money than them. I'm more educated than them. I'm have more success than them. And when they talk to you, they speak to you as if you're beneath or below them. And I take none of that shit. Listen. I will let a black man talk to me. I know a few of my friends are subscribers, and they will tell you, they'll probably put it in the comment section. I will allow a black man leverage. I mean, when I'll give him some leverage. You can talk shit to me. I will receive it. But if a white man begins to talk shit to me, I will look him dead ass in the eye and shut his ass down. Shut him up. Shut him down. And speak truth. And that's the position Ray Lewis is in. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a silent hero. You know what I mean? I'm 5'6", 155, 160 pounds, not famous. Just a man who believed in his convictions. But Ray Lewis is a pop icon when he played. You know, I don't know a black athlete that didn't admire Ray Lewis, you know, or respect what he did. He's the greatest middle linebacker of this generation. I don't know about Dick Butkus and the other. Only can judge on what I've seen. Lawrence Taylor is the greatest defensive player of all time, any position. But Ray Lewis is the greatest middle linebacker in terms of position that I have ever seen. Middle linebacker. You understand what I'm saying? And yes, better than Mike Singletary. And why is that so important to me? Is because once again, here's a man who has everything. He's respected by white men. And has the power to elevate black men. How special is that? You understand what I'm saying? And Ray Lewis is just, I'm hurt by it. You know, I'm hurt because if you're somewhere between the 35 and 45-year-old range, you understand where I'm coming from, where you have this, where Ray Lewis has this duality in your life. I hate him currently, but I needed him in my 20s. A proud black man leading his team, willing his team to championships. When I say willing, I mean literally willing his team. That run that they made when they beat Denver on that fucking Hail Mary pass, and I mean they literally willed. He had a elbow injury or something like that. You guys know him. You guys know. If you listen to my channel, you definitely know that story. But that was a hell of a run. You know what I mean? The power goes out in the Super Bowl. That slowed down the San Francisco 49ers, who was just steamrolling through the playoffs. You understand what I'm saying? And the non-pass interference call in the end zone. Everything went their way. You understand what I'm saying? And he beat the... Let me tell you something as a black man. Or brown brother. When you beat the fucking system, when you could stand on your own 2 feet and look a white man in the eye and say, I have more money than you, I'm more successful than you, and in my circle of friends, I am as powerful, if not more powerful and more educated than you are. Oh, man, that is a special motherfucking feeling, man. And I genuinely mean that. from the depths of my heart and the bottom of my soul, man. Like, and I want everyone to experience that feeling, man. You understand? This shucking and jiving shit and boo-hooing and yes sir, no ma'am shit to these white motherfuckers. And I don't mean white motherfuckers in terms of every white man. I'm gonna put that disclaimer out. But if you are part of that white supremacy shit and you look down upon my black kings and brown kings, I say fuck you. I mean, you have no place in my life, and I'm gonna tell you about yourself. And I want and we have to collectively be that. I'm not saying pick your fucking fist up, because I do it with a smile. I will smile at you and tell you fuck you. Literally, I will smile at you and tell you you are a piece of shit in the most eloquent way. And I always refer back to anyway, let's stay on Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis. You can't come back from where you've started this plight from in terms of Colin Kaepernick. There's no comeback for you. You have to heal the ills of your black brothers who I don't deem Terrell Suggs as a person that will confide in you anymore. Terrell Suggs is the boogeyman. Terrell Suggs is a gangster. I remember when he was at Arizona State getting 15, 20 sacks a season. Terrell Suggs is a gangster. For that, remember, Terrell Suggs tore his Achilles at the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year, he was playing. That nigga's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? He's the boogeyman. Terrell Suggs is the motherfucking boogeyman. And but anyways, man. So that's how I feel about Ray Lewis. I think he's despicable, and I wholeheartedly admired Ray Lewis. Wholeheartedly. I mean, all my circle of influence will tell you how much I admired Ray Lewis, and I'm never gonna forget it. Never. What he did for me in that space in my life is immeasurable in terms of wanting to work out, in terms of looking at him on TV and applying that to my life. The same thing I hold true with President Obama. From 2008 to 2016, he was arguably one of the more influential persons in my life. I would literally go to YouTube just to hear him speak. I don't give a fuck what he was talking about, but just to hear that man speak in the position that he's in inspired the living shit out of me. And so I hold these truths to be self-evident, that Ray Lewis and Frederick Hawthorne are not created equal. So, man, I salute. And just to take this a step further, this is reasons why I cry sometimes in my silent moments that they killed Fred Hampton. Because Fred Hampton and Colin Kaepernick would be on the ground moving. I mean, the COINTELPRO knew it. I'm getting goosebumps again. COINTELPRO knew exactly what they were doing when they assassinated Fred Hampton. He was today's Malcolm X. Malcolm X with the soothing voice of an MLK. And I encourage all my young subscribers, you probably never heard of Fred Hampton, or if you haven't, or if you have, I suggest you go on YouTube and listen to, short career. I think they assassinated him at 21. You understand what I'm saying? He would have been an amazing man today. The same thing I deem with Tupac, would have been an amazing man today. And I think Biggie Smalls would have did it more in a contemporary fashion, because Tupac is literally his parallel. You understand what I'm saying? So they know exactly what they're doing. And damn, Fred Hampton, man. Oh man, I literally cry in my silent moments sometimes when I think about what we lost as a culture. You understand what I'm saying? And moments like this just pains me, man. And so we got to do our best, man. And that's what this channel is here for. That's what my channel ultimately is here. I know I cover boxing. I'm never going to lose. As I told you guys before, I'm always going to report boxing. But I have a bigger fucking mission statement. Bigger fucking mission statement. And the same influence I want to have in the city of Whittier, the same influence that I had in my classroom when I was a school teacher, the same influence I want to have on LA at some point. At some point, I'm running for mayor in Los Angeles. And it's going to have, I got to take care of home first. It's going to take a few millions of dollars. So I got to have an expository income of a few $1,000,000 to get this fucking ball rolling. But at some point, Fred Hawthorne is going to drop his name in the hat. And that's the end goal for me. You understand what I'm saying? And in order to do that, I can't be Ray Lewis. You know what I'm saying? I got to stay true to who the fuck I am. And the one thing that will mainstay for me in my life is I go to bed as a black man in America, and I wake up from my bed as a black man in America. And I don't carry that torch lightly. I take pride in being a black man. One of the best things God has ever blessed me with is being a black man. You understand what I'm saying? It is one of the most beautiful fights you can ever be in. I value fighting as a black man. I value being a trailblazer. I value being an impressionable black man at some points in my life. You know what I mean? That's why I want to get to 100,000 subs, because when I get to 100,000 subs, oh man, it's just gonna be, whew. And I don't mean it from a selfish perspective. You understand what I'm saying? I genuinely, from a giving perspective, is why I want to get to 100,000 subs, because Stephen A. Smith is going to have to respond to me. I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith as an example, not him in particular, but the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, the Ray Lewises of the world, the Donald Trumps of the world will have to respond to me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with this. So, Ray Lewis, there's no comeback for you. You understand? Like, you may have a black card in your wallet, but you don't have a black card in the culture. You get what I'm saying? Like, you've done so much damage for us. I don't think you can come back. You understand what I'm saying? And I salute Shannon Sharpe. He's becoming like my big uncle. You know, we're only a few years apart. I'm 39. I would say Shannon Sharpe is anywhere between 44 and 50 years old, so he could be possibly my big brother. But I look to him as we looked at the North Star. You understand what I'm saying? And he is a huge voice and a huge platform on TV, and for our black men who want to get up and move, he's our North Star to some degree. And for that, I salute him. You understand what I'm saying? And his voice holds me accountable. You know, I love being held accountable. You know, that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the pillars of success, is holding yourself accountable, I believe. And he does an incredible job at holding himself accountable. Keep in mind, Shannon Sharpe, if you follow him on Instagram, he works out in the morning and then goes and does the show. So he's definitely holding himself accountable, and I salute him for that. And that show is in LA. I'm gonna meet that man one day, and it's gonna be a beautiful conversation. I can't wait to report it to y'all. So, anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Hey, I just want to remind you guys, In Your Corner, a movie I directed on Floyd Mayweather and Sam Watson, is out now on Vimeo.com. In Your Corner, click the link in the description box. And I would genuinely love and appreciate you guys' support. And don't hesitate to leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the film. And again, I appreciate you guys' support, and enjoy the video. Peace.